Так, итак, добрый вечер снова всем товарищи, многочисленные подписчики и случайные зрители, пришедшие на канал. Сегодня продолжаем играть в Outer Worlds, RPG-шку от разработчиков Down, которые раньше принадлежали Bethesda Games, теперь они перебрались под крыло Microsoft. Ну что ж, сегодня у нас вторая часть. Мы остановились на выборе, куда же подать нам энергию, беженцам или в город. Остановились на какой-то электростанции. Так что погнали. Как всегда, не забываем ставить пальчики вверх. Все-таки видео вам понравилось. Не ленитесь. Вам не сложно. Так, вообще нам идти надо туда, на зеленую метку. Да и куда побежал мы вообще-то? Шиза! Шкура шизы. Маховик взял опять. Опять маховик. На засове. Там опять роботы ползают. Типа хрен взломаешь, да? Так, что-то я заблудился, по-моему. Вначале сходим на маркер. Если кто пришел на стрим, сегодня вечером стримим Outer Worlds. Окей. Так, перераспределить мощность. И вот приходит сила. Чего? Высокоструктурных повреждений от умеренных и критических вниманий. Перераспределение мощности необратимо. Запросы прорабатываются, чтобы не перераспределить мощность, требуется ручное разблокирование. Активируйте все три замыкателя тока. Хорошо. Нам покажешь, где эти замыкатели тока? Правда? Конечно. Не учитывая всех этих, ботов ползающих здесь.
Перерывчик делай и мазать спину. Перерывчик.
Так. Так, а куда?
Two more. What'll happen to Miss McDevitt's folk if we send power to the Vale?
Да кто же ее знает? Там точку творит-то.
No, just leave me alone.
Mind the steam. You're liable to get scalded.
Говорит, осторожней со стримом.
System.
Down they go!
Помогу? не тоже в конце концов, блин. Что это от него? Кучка мусора осталась.
When to go? If we send the power to Miss McDevitt, what happens to the veil?
Кто же знает, что случится с городом? Блин, тут будут до хрена. Ботов немерено, блин. Так, спокойно. Да, дохнуть уже, в принципе. Ёпсуды, какие-то роботы-щики. И за твой. Надеюсь, последний. Тыры-пыры персонаж. Перекачанный качок. Обычный пистолет он гораздо мощнее, чем лазерка. Бошку.
Last. I'm not sure what the ride is. All I know
Что
is
такое?
the
Масло
decision.
рельс. Кто не заорал-то, я так и не понял. Это был персонаж внизу, но мы его так и не видели. Обручить топорника.
No, just leave me alone.
Вот кто орет. Вот тут. Ну вот кто орет. Так, мы отсюда пришли.
Get away! You're not real. You're not real.
Че там с принтершкой? Кадр сидит. Хиггинс. Ударный молот. Эй.
You're not real. You're not real. Get away from me, Phantom. Shoo! Scram!
Шу-шу. Не. Здорово, еще один нормальный.
You can talk? The
Конечно.
Phantom's never talked before. I knew I shouldn't have eaten that sprat raw. See, Higgins? This is why you must always boil your sprats before ingesting. Clearly, I mistook you for one of the phantoms of my imagination, which terrorized me on occasion. Chester D. Higgins. The D stands for definitely not insane. I use it as a reminder.
Пойду-ка я. Что это за должность?
Oh, Higgins has been many things over the years. Sprat Wrangler, Saltuna Critic, Aetherwave Personality, Chairman of the Board, Galactic Defender, Sisty Pig Tycoon. I've come a long way for someone who started off as a simple engineer right here in this plant. Mechanicals lost their bolts. Opened fire on anything that moved. It was pandemonium.
Тебя не убили?
I was on cleaning duty at the time. My old boss had me scrubbing pipes when the killing started. So, as usual, I missed out. Jimmy'd opened the vending machines. That lasted a good couple of months. Eventually, I had to resort to more unconventional means of filling my insides.
И ты переключился на шприц?
Braised, boiled, charred, skewered. Sprats are good eating, friend. Chock full of brain food. I specialized in automechanicals, drones, sentries. Repaired them, maintained, upgraded. Did it all from my old workroom just over in the next section. Look, I don't want to fall into any trouble with the mechanicals. If they wise up to our plans, they will come for us. With prodding irons.
Чем? Есть еще вариант, ты мне поможешь, а я тебе не скормлю шприцем. Я разберусь. Ну, так.
You know, you remind me of myself back when I was an intergalactic adventurer.
Ну да, конечно.
I discovered a flaw. Their hostility levels were hardwired to maximum. There's no changing that, but you could rewrite their targeting protocol so they attack each other instead. Yes, that's exactly it. I see you're also versed in the noble art of mechanical engineering.
Конечно.
There's a behavior control terminal in the other room. It should have options to change how the mechanicals act, including whom they shoot at. Oh, that reminds me. You'll need my passcode to access the behavior control terminal. Here, let me just write it down for you.
Так. Пароль он дал вам к чему? Это что такое? Все в машиностроении. Потрясаюсь. Так, ладно. Там где-то кто-то был компьютер, по-моему. Залученный. Эй! Ну, все пытаюсь так подняться, без кнопки. Да. Шпрысы, шпрысы. Шпрысы. Так. Не здесь. Можно почитать. Ха. Мы читали теперь. Ну, изменил, дальше что? Один хрен уже всех перекупал. Патрики, Патрики. Так, Ну что ж. Он туда же вернулся.
Once we do this, there's no going back. Hey, mister? Look, I know you want your power regulator and all, but I just gotta ask you.
Да.
Do you understand what you're about to do? I don't think you should cut off Edgewater's power. I think it would be cruel. I'm sorry. That just sort of came out all at once. Edgewater's hurting. We've been losing workers year after year, and corporate hardly ever sends replacements. There's barely enough saltuna to fill our bellies anymore. But the town's got some good people in it. Decent, hard-working folk just living their lives the only way they know how. They don't deserve to be punished. That sure sounds like Mr. Thompson. If he was standing here, I imagine he'd remind us of how we're all one big, happy Spacer's Choice family. In Mr. Thompson's eyes, those deserters are still part of the Spacer's Choice family. The family must work together in order to survive. I hate to say it, but I think Mr. Thompson's got a point. Unless those deserters come back, Edgewater's as good as dead. Cutting off their power might be the only way.
Да. Целая дилемма, блин. Либо общину отключить, либо, блин, Эджвотер отключить. Ну, ладно,
Sorry,
давай
I didn't mean to babble on like that. I felt like I had to say something.
Ничего страшного, я все равно тебя не слышал.
Really? I mean, wow. Thanks. No one's ever told me those words in that order.
Не переживай. Так. И что? Кто-нибудь был бы на стриме, написали бы, что сделать. Было бы интересно. Но что-то никто не пишет. Никто не хочет написать. Что же сделать? Перенаправить питание на город или на общину? 22. Запара, блин. Ладно, город. Я неплохой, у меня работа такая. Репутация улучшена. Такое отношение к вам дружелюбнее. Дезертир, репутация ухудшена. Это пара. Ну, что делать? Всем не угодишь. Да. Что за собака в разрезе, блин? большой и невероятный. Так, можно взломать, но толку еще будет с этого. Да. Да. Слушай, ты как тут оказалось-то? Юху. Индия. Так, ну что, теперь чешем. Вот что он. Или, блин, что делать-то? Вообще набежать, там снять у них какую-то хренотень.
Hey, that's impressive.
Шоковое орудие. Че взял-то хоть? Что за шоковое орудие там? О, 134. Хрена. Посмотрим, что за херня. Один стреляет. Ладно, сейчас найдем какую-нибудь жертву. Выселен. Мародеры. Куча мародеров. Так, да, сейчас чувствую, эта община будет совсем не рада мне видеть. Скажет, ты чё за, блин? Тварь такая отключила свет. Хотя он на его сгорят, чего вы там довольны. Как-то тихо на улице. А, вон они все.
Oh, that's Thomas. He used to follow me around before he left the cannery. What happened?
Что за
What
сборище?
happened? Sprat fell into a transformer again?
Food's bound to spoil at this rate.
Hope Adelaide's okay.
Так, как Аделаиде найти, что ли?
I know, I'm trying to think.
Псевдояблоки. Ух ты, обходных шунтов-то много.
Food's bound to spoil.
Вот сидишь, ждет меня.
That's the thing about growing old. Your eyes start to fail. Elsewise, I would have seen you for the snake that you are, chopped you into pieces and roasted you on a spit. This is all you're doing. Cutting off my power, killing off my garden. Without refrigeration, my food will spoil, and my flock will starve. I want to ask you this in private, away from the eyes of my flock, so they do not see me lose my temper. Tell me, why did you do it? You want my flock wasting their lives in that cannery? Fine. Go and talk to them. Go talk to Grace and Thomas. Look them in the eye and tell them their life here is over, and the only thing left to do is go back to Edgewater. This is now your responsibility. And you tell Reed Thompson that I will never return to Edgewater. I would rather die among my flowers than live under his management.
Так вот.
You offering to cross Reed off, huh? This some sort of twisted reparation for what you've done? Or you just looking for a chance to sow some chaos? Kill Reed if you must, or talk him into leaving if you can. He and I are not sharing the same four walls together. Tell Reed that I can make his people healthy again. I can end their plague. Start a new garden right in the cannery. 3 square meals for every man and woman in Edgewater. Tell him how I've made the Vale bloom again. The soil has whispered its secrets to me, and I alone know how to breathe life back into the earth. The secret is human corpses. I've been grinding them up in my fertilizer for years. Marauder, worker, don't matter much to me. The human body is rich with nutrients.
Какая мерзость. Ну да, садик выращенный на трупах. Замечательно. А что будет, когда трупы закончатся?
Edgewater cemetery's got corpses aplenty. Enough for a generation's worth of crops. My son worked in that cannery. When the plague started coming, he was one of the first to fall sick. We had a store of medicine locked away, but Reed refused to treat him. Said my boy didn't deserve treatment. Said the medicine would have been wasted on him. So I buried my boy in the cemetery, gathered my belongings, and left. That's as much of the story as you need to hear.
Так, я так понимаю, ты мне не дашь забрать эту херню, да? Регулятор мощности. Забрал. Ну что ж, пошли с Ридом разбираться.
I know.
Everybody keeps staring at me. It's not my fault the power's dead. Whoa, Miss Parvati. You're, what, how are you? Hi. Hello.
Засмущался?
Are you, are things safe out here? How are you keeping?
Great, just great. I've been trying to keep stuff running, just like you. Only I'm not so... Wait, they didn't kick you out, did they?
Oh gosh, no, I'm just along with this fella here.
I seen you wandering around here. You don't look like you're coming from town.
Я по пути сюда.
Sorry, I just wasn't sure if you were from town or if you were one of us. Something's been chewing at me, you see. Fact is, I've been, well, lying. To everybody here. Camp thinks I'm a mechanical genius, but I couldn't fix a busted chair. I'll take all the help I can get. I set my mind to learning the craft of the engineer, you see. I want to make something of myself. You ever heard of the Young Spacer's Guide to Mechanical Engineering? Comes in a set of 3. If I had my hands on one of those data pads, I could teach myself the ins and outs.
Помню, один взял, да?
Those are good. My dad kept a copy with him when he was working in the cannery.
I know the old community center kept a copy. Should find another one back in town. If you could find me even one of those pads, I'd be greatly obliged. No kidding. Really? Well, which one?
Так, ненормальная электростанция.
The geothermal plant? Now that is just incredible. You really went exploring down there? Adelaide always told us it was swarming with hostile mechanicals. I appreciate you going through all that trouble. In fact, I put aside something special on the off chance
Вот
that
и
somebody
улучшил
would search
немножко.
out those data pads for me.
Да хорошо, я открою вам.
Sure, I'd be glad to take them off your hands. I've been thinking about going back. I'm not much use to anybody here. I get sick thinking about working at the cannery. I can't do that again. You know something? I think you're right. The town could use another engineer, and I'm on my way to becoming one. I could do a lot of good in Edgewater. Maybe even keep a garage of my own with a little workbench and my very own toolbox. It's just... Adelaide's never gonna forgive me. Not in 100 years. I go crawling back to my old life in Edgewater, and I'm as good as dead to her.
Ты нужна. Переводчики.
Are you sure about this? If we head back to Edgewater on our own, Adelaide won't come with us. She'll stay here and curse us till the end of her days. I expect we got no choice. Edgewater needs us back, and loath as I am to admit it, we need Edgewater. You okay with this, Grace?
My fears are all settled. Thanks for helping me with Zoe.
Just give us some time to gather our personals and say our goodbyes. If you run into Reed, you tell him we're coming back, yeah?
Так, одного не пойму. Все-таки разобраться с Ридом-то можно или нет, да? Так. Типа говорит, что не я. Ладно, пошли. Бзида. Ага. Обезьяны. А мне пушка не стреляет. Может, совсем близко надо подойти. А! Кыш, от меня, сволочь. Что такое? Что ты ахаешь там? Всех замочили. Еще 2 обезьяны осталось. Крепко хват. Тактический дробовик. Блин, нашли где лагерь устроить, блин. Не, нафиг надо обходить это делать. Так, это что такое тут? Я обратно на электростанцию прибежал, что ли? Не. Псида. съел, конечно. Ух ты. Раптидон? Что за раптидон? Я такого еще не встречала. Сохранимся. Или сохранимся. Салтуна. Ну что ж.
Okay, keep him quiet.
Да ладно. Ну так.
This is a fine day, friend. Power flows through our town like a cool stream of water. I trust Adelaide's people have seen their way to reason. So, when can I expect them back at their posts? Go ahead. It is my job to keep two eyes on
Сейчас
my
будем
town.
давить.
I am the steward of this place,
Чтобы
and
следил.
this is my watch post. I'm trying to remember 25 years, 26. When you get to my age, the years just rush by. You stop counting altogether. I remember looking out this window and seeing the veils spread out from horizon to horizon. We were a sprawling town. We were booming. Times change, people change, but the veil will always be here. Spacer's choice will always be here. Our work won't ever end. I take comfort in that. Go ahead. Adelaide was our only flavor specialist. We are a Saltuna canning institution. Saltuna without flavor is like a cysty pig without tumors, borderline inedible.
Ну что, каким тунцом питаетесь?
Were it up to me, friend, I'd stack our larders with Saltuna galore. No other brand of Saltuna adds as much vim or vigor to the body's humors. But, and this is something we must keep between the two of us, Saltuna is hard to come by, what with being a species indigenous to the seas of another world.
Какого такого?
You mean you don't know? Why, Monarch, of course. Spacer's Choice ran a mighty fishing enterprise on that world. As it so turns out, Saltuna do not take as readily to the waters of Terra 2. Scrawnier than their Monarch cousins. Forces us to pack our cans with additives, you see.
Так что
Oh, we've scavenged together some organic material from the surrounding environs. Mostly organic, mostly local mushrooms. Some of which possess a texture akin to a well-boiled slab of Saltuna. The difference is all but impossible to detect to any but the prissiest of palate. Go ahead.
И что теперь?
I appreciate what you've done for us. That's good enough for me. Adelaide and I have a history. Was unlikely she'd ever come back. But hope springs eternal. We are in your debt. I am authorizing you for a discount on all official Spacer's Choice products, courtesy of the people of Edgewater. By all means.
Так.
Thomas.
То есть типа
Thomas
уже типа
Kemp?
его не убрать.
I remember him. Had to write him up for daydreaming a few too many times.
He tries real hard, Mr. Thompson. This is something he wants to do. That'll make him twice as good.
I will give him a chance to impress me. If he knows his way around a toolbox, I may have a place for him in the Holcomb workshop. This whole fiasco is not one I am keen on repeating. I was too hard on my own workers. I pushed them to their breaking point. With more hands at the cannery, I expect productivity will rise. I expect we'll grow. And I expect I can ask corporate to send us some more medicine. We'll survive, one way or another.
Навыки, 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 навыки. Так. Отклик точного попадания в тактическом замедлении времени. Так, тут что у нас? Износ брони. Конечно же, износ брони. И оружие. Оу. Так, что теперь? А можно замочить его?
Put that away. You're making me nervous.
Ой, ой, он нервничает. Ну что ж, двигаем к нашему кораблю. Торговый автомат.
If you're falling sick, I don't want you near me.
Don't worry.
Oh, I cut my own hair. But Conrad sells real good disinfectant.
Тут трупики. Не нафиг этого. Подстригальщика.
Keep your distance, friend. Sick house is no place for a traveler.
Конечно, у нас тут шпрысы бегают, блин. все ползу в этой местности. Есть какой-то кратер. Я полагаю, туда не добраться. Ладно, пошли корабля. Безнадежный. Корабль называется безнадежный. Тут уже лагерь зачищенный. Зашибись. И мотание оружия. А как они так? Чё с секундой? Не бежите? Что такое? Кто шипит? Не шикай на меня. Старое место крушения. Чё все тут тухло? Ты чё там? Кто? Да не за стенкой находится. Ты чё кипишуешь-то? Побежала, блин. Боевая тетка. Нормально. Нормально. То есть так бежит, медный урон получает, но восстанавливается. Ай, блин. Тихо. Хрена ты там молоточком по голове ударил. Да, тут нету эффектных убиваний, как в скорим. Скрытых. Че, вроде больше никого нет. Все, корабль. Решил обрадовать Эйду.
Is this your ship? Oh my stars, she is just so handsome. Does she have a name yet? What's her drive model? Oh, gosh. Listen to me babbling. When I was in Edgewater, I dreamed of flying on a real ship, working on a real engine, belonging to a proper crew. I'm the only decent mechanic Edgewater's got, but every time I think of going back, I get this sinking feeling.
Конечно же, сейчас появится фраза. Понимаю, присоединяйся.
I've worked on the occasional supply coach in need of repairs. Once I built a little model craft out of spare parts, but Mr. Thompson found out and I had to take it apart. I want to ask you something, and you can say no. But can I come with you? I could tend to your engine. I know my G-valves for my catalyzers, and I can keep your ship singing. And if you ever need a pair of eyes watching your back, I can do that too. What do you think?
С радостью.
Yes! I mean, thanks. You won't regret this, mister. Captain. I can call you Captain now. Ha! I got a captain.
Да, и тут этот викарий Макс.
I certainly am looking forward to flying on a ship named the Unreliable. I'll just head upstairs and claim a room.
Это вот который зря взяли.
Captain, I have detected that Edgewater's power supply is now optimal. I applaud your willingness to invest your time in the local community. What can I do for you, Captain? Do you know how to install a power regulator? Outstanding, Captain. Your aptitude for engineering will prove invaluable in the event of another catastrophic engine failure. Our engine room is located behind you, across the cargo bay, up the ladders.
It's alive! It's alive! Заработало. Так, где что надето на ком? Починить. Сколько чего всего надо? Так, так, так. Это на мне надето, я надеюсь. В смысле работать? Починить, починить, починить. Починка 13, что? 13 деталей брони. Так, то что одето? Клюшку нафиг разберу. Гранатомет. Револьвер, штурмовая винтовка, револьвер. Легкая штурмовая винтовка. Что-то у него. А, урон в секунду. Тактический дробаш. 238 урон. 8 уровень. Так. Магазин можно. Ствол, весельчак. Критический урон плюс 25%. Так, стоп. Можно прицел сделать. Прицел яблочком. Дальность поражения уменьшается. Чё, блин, мне ни одного глушителя нет, что ли, хотите сказать? Ладно, в баню пока на улучшение.
What can I do for you, Captain? All systems are operating within acceptable parameters. I am prepared to bring the unreliable into low altitude orbit. This should prove an adequate test of our flight capabilities.
Полетели отсюда. Наша помойка взлетает. Безнадежно. Хорошо, мы взлетели. Дальше-то куда?
We have received a communication request from Dr. Phineas Wells.
Aha, there you are, hale and hearty, and captain of your own ship. I see you're putting the unreliable to good use. Shame about her former captain, horrible way to die. How are you feeling, by the way? I lost track of you in that cave back there. Experiencing any unnatural drippage? Perfectly normal side effect of thawing, I assure you. Oh, that, yes, that's probably permanent. I wouldn't worry about it, though. I'm sure you're fine. What you saw in Emerald Vale is happening all across the colony. Food shortages, lack of supplies, and basic necessities. We're dying. The chairman, the minister, and all their lackeys on the board are to blame. The Hope has some of the brightest minds Earth ever sent us. If we can revive the Hope's colonists, they can help us undo the board's mistakes. They can help us set things right. You need to get to Stellar Bay on Monarch. I have contacts there. They'll help me, help us, find the chemicals to revive your fellow colonists. Gladys Culkelly, lovely woman, runs a cozy little black marketing outfit on the Groundbreaker. She can get you a nav key to land on Stellar Bay.
Притормози, ты просишь меня связаться с черным рынком?
Gladys and I have been doing business for years. Her smuggling credentials are unimpeachable. If anyone can get you a key to Monarch, it's her.
Ладно.
Excellent. I'll send her a wireless. Let her know you're coming. By the way, I gave Captain Hawthorne a disguise apparatus of my own design. Cutting-edge technology, years ahead of its time. I call it the holographic shroud. I'm sure it will prove remarkably useful to you. You'll find it in the captain's quarters. Excellent. I'll contact you once you've found a way to get to Stellar Bay. If you have any questions, come see me in my lab. And remember, don't trust the board. They'll try to win you over with promises of wealth and power, but it's a lie. The board's only interested in filling their own pockets. If we don't put a stop to them, they're going to run this colony to the ground.
Transmission ended. If you are ready to depart, please select a destination on your navigation terminal.
Так, давай. Не в космосе. Чё застыло? Так. Что нам на первопроходец лететь? А, вот лаборатория Финиса. Первопроходец. Олимп. Сюда пока никак не прилететь. Сюда тоже непонятная система. Кефес тоже непонятная. Нам летит на монарх, но почему-то не показывает сюда на первопроходец. Летим. Стыковочный отсек первопроходца.
Left at the groundbreaker.
Вот он корабль, с которого меня вытащили.
Can we talk?
Чё?
Hey, Captain. I heard that Groundbreaker's got a real good engineer. A lady named Junlei Tennyson. I was thinking that maybe I ought to meet her. If you got time to swing us by, I mean. I don't got much experience fixing actual spaceships. I bet you a can of Borston beans she could teach me all manner of stuff.
Кто пришел на стрим? Конечно, можем сейчас справиться в инженерную.
Thanks, Captain. I'll be sure to make it worth your time. Did you want to talk about something else?
Не. Так. Викарина пока не нужен.
Captain. Hey, Captain. I'm in space. I never thought I'd be able to say that.
Okay.
That's not the point. This hack was just knocked out one of my workers.
Yeah, with a tossball stick. I heard you the first time. There weren't any witnesses.
No witnesses? He's not even denying it.
This jackass had it coming.
Shut it, Felix. You're not making this any better.
You get choked with me again, you little backbait brat, I will toss you out an airlock.
This is the groundbreaker, not the Xanthian.
Customs and inspection, right this way.
Identification, please. Captain Hawthorne, you said. Let me apologize in advance. I'm about to ruin your day. According to your ship's record, you've been flagged by the board. Your ship will be impounded until such a time as they see fit to list it.
But we've hardly been out of Edgewater long enough to get in trouble.
Now, hold on. This isn't the end of the world. Probably. You'll want to take it up with Udom Bedford, our board representative here on Groundbreaker. His office is located along the starboard wall of the promenade. Shines like a Byzantium commode. You can't miss it. Access to that information is above my pay grade, and I've turned down 3 promotions, so it stays that way. I shouldn't be mentioning it, but what the hell? This here, impounding your ship, it doesn't happen much. The board knows we don't take kindly to their interfering in our operations. If I had to take a guess as to why, you must have riled up someone important. You take the starch out of them, well, you won't hear any complaints from me. Oh, and if you're headed that way, would you mind doing me a favor?
Какую?
Wanda Dorset over in sickbay. Tell her the shipment's not in yet. It's not coming in anytime soon, and if she'd be so obliged to get off my ass about it. A handful of SAM cleaning units retrofitted for surgery. I don't know much else. I stopped listening when she started yelling. Much appreciated. Is there anything else I can help you with? The fence. You'll find her in the rest and go, on your left when you enter the promenade. Make sure you bring an empty belly. Maybe. Most of the shipping traffic in the system passes through Groundbreaker. Every couple of months, we even get a big interstellar freighter. 2 biggest operations are the board, that is, Halcyon Holdings and Sublight Salvage. But there are independent operators around the promenade deck. Most of those jobs are going to take you off station, though.
Понятно.
Commandant Sanita might have a couple of folks she needs killed. Bad folks, I mean. Not regular folks. She'll be at the security desk behind me. Chief Jun Lei might have an errand needs running. She's all tied up trying to fix our heat problem. You'll find her in engineering.
No kidding? I'd love to get a look at this old girl's innards. I bet they're real twisty and weird. In a good way.
Happy to help. That's my job, after all.
You're real good at it, too.
Well, thank you, miss. It's nice to be recognized. Yep. All right. You noticed, huh? What can I say? We're passionate folks, and the board can't abide that independent spirit, especially not when it might impact their bottom line. All their interstellar freighters come through us, and we skim a few bits off the top in manifest processing fees with every one. Folks around here will bluster that the board hates our freedom, but really, they know we can stop their out-system shipments anytime we like, and that terrifies them. It's a delicate balance, right? We could cancel their freighters' docking privileges in retaliation, but where'd that lead us? They got assault cruisers, gunships, and a handful of mining operations at their fingertips. We push them too hard, maybe they decide we'd be better in 10 trillion little pieces. Or they cobble together a new Groundbreaker and put us out of business.
The board wouldn't do that. Would they?
It's a tough line to walk, no doubt about that. But we may do all right. So far, anyway.
Ладно, спасибо за информацию.
Sure thing. Be seeing you.
Что-то много-много-много всего надавали, блин. Что же теперь делать-то?
I picked up this weird signal the other day. It was coming from Monarch.
Here we go again. No one lives on Monarch. It's a wasteland. You were hearing things.
No, seriously. There was a lot of static at first, but then this voice said his name was Graham?
Graham, right. Broadcasting on a dead world full of monsters. Now I've heard everything.
You know, it takes more muscles to frown than to smile.
Who told you that? Graham?
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story. The board would like to remind spacers and other travelers that passage to Monarch is restricted for your protection. Canyons of acid and sulfur rain are the least of the horrors plaguing the surface of Monarch. Anarchists live as one with the animals, lawless, savage, and unemployed. The board's embargo ensures that nothing can leave the planet and threaten our hard-working citizens.
То есть, типа, пока я на Монарх не попаду, да? Ключ, карта, отвали. Отдохни и отвали. Ну, да, О, я нашел ящик. Есть еще что-нибудь? Как-нибудь случайно, блин, не махнуть ножом кого-нибудь.
Lemon slap. Slap your whole family tonight.
Тут станция. Красиво. Rest and go. Здесь кораблик, блин.
Go back to Byzantium, you gold-plated bastards.
Yeah, no one wants you on Groundbreaker.
These stairs are board property. Disperse now, or I'll detain you for trespassing.
Oh, real scary. You're really gonna arrest us on our station?
Yeah, this is Chief Junling's ship. You don't own shit here.
Step back. I'm required by board bylaws to use excessive force.
The Mardettes would space you for trying, you waste of O2 scrubbers.
Yeah, O2 scrubbers.
Look, just get out of here before I tell your captain what you've been getting up to on the clock.
Ah, whatever. We got a date at the Lost Hope anyway.
Really what you want?
Have you seen this man? Reward offered for information leading to the capture of noted terrorist Phineas Wells. Report any sightings to your local board embassy.
Сальный. А тут что стоят? Ой, точек-то сколько.
C&P Borstwurst. It's not the worst unless it's Borstwurst.
Are you listening to me, Emperor? You can't get me out of there.
Please don't make a scene, Dr. Fenhill.
I am not making a scene.
Так, пока вмешиваться не
Ooh, can we rent an upstairs room?
We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story. Do you have what it takes to defend your corporate township from the
Шпрысы гоняют. Гладис.
Bless my heart. A stranger come knocking on a poor old woman's door. You here for a particular reason? Or did the neighbors tell you how good my sugar cookies are? Made without a single natural ingredient or an oven. Just like store-bought.
Что? Могу купить новый ключ Stellar Bay. Нафига мне Stellar Bay?
I've got a lovely little throw pillow. Just something I toss together. Like to keep my hands busy.
Вау! Тип урона коррозийная кислота. Ее много не бывает. Сколько стоит-то? 388? Ни хрена себе. 32 на 6. Размер магазина 18. Кровотечение. Цена продажи. Что? Скидка 4%. Это странно, конечно. Продать хлам. Купить, что ли? А не, он стоит 5000, блин. 5900 стоит пистолет. Нахрен. Вы чё, где я столько денег-то возьму? Ни хрена себе.
It's almost time for today's episode of The Chairman's Children. Care to listen with me? Those have been the height of illegality since Stellar Bay turned their noses up at the board. You and I could be thrown to the void just for discussing such a transaction. Lucky for us, Groundbreaker's a free port. We're outside of the board's control. For the time being, at least. Now, I only have the one nav key. And they're hard to come by these days. It won't be cheap. If you find yourself lacking in the bits, I might have an opportunity you'd be interested
Конечно,
in.
всегда есть другой вариант, блин. Конечно. 10 тысяч битов, блин. Где я столько возьму? Давайте про интересный вариант.
I find I'm in need of a ship captain with a little moral flexibility. Might be this could help out the Groundbreaker, as well as earn some bits. But if you've got qualms...
Давай.
Do you know Edna over in engineering? Sweet as a pea, that one. On occasion, she'll pass along transmissions I might find interesting. She sent me a recording of a distress signal she'd scraped from the Groundbreaker's comm array. Curious thing is, it came from an outpost called Roseway. And Auntie Cleo abandoned that place years ago. Can't say I know for sure. Maybe it never really was.
Comm centers don't operate themselves, Captain. Someone had to have sent that distress call manually.
Those corps are cleverer than all get out. Might have been a ruse to keep the rest of the board from sniffing around.
Хватит слов, Евдель.
You've got an ear for intrigue and a nose for bits. I like that. Here's a copy of the SOS recording, complete with the coordinates. If you should find a secret worth selling, might be I could find a buyer. Corporate bigwigs will pay top bit for inside information on their competitors. The more we got the corps fighting each other, the less time they got to meddle in our affairs. Don't forget to come find old Gladys when you're done. Might want to acquaint yourself with Junlei Tennyson, Groundbreaker's chief. She's been trying to get a handle on this heat problem we've got. You'll find her fretting in engineering. I'd say she's a sweet girl, but law forfend someone call me a liar.
Всё?
Anytime, sweetheart. You know where to find me. Here, take a candy with you.
Космик. Что за пират-то? А я шпрысу здесь замучу. Будет считаться преступлением? За шпрысом. Что? Шпрысы разбегались. О как. Уголек остался. Какие магнитки на полу валяются? Космические ухи. Привет, Артем, привет. Еще раз. Ну, опять догонялки. Опять шпрыс мочу. Ой. О, это пригодится.
Berry flavored power nuggets, now with 12% more crunch.
Это жрица. Так, интересно, меня выпустят на корабле отсюда? Я уже в корабль сел, уже отремонтировал. Второй Dishonored. Ну, тоже неплохая игра, кстати. Надо как-то будет тоже попроходить ее. По скидке купить. Сейчас она в Steam там со скидкой. Так. Дюни Теннисон. Уэдом Бэдфорд. Что-то столько заданий. Так, стоп. А чё, типа, чё такое-то? И чё, вы меня не пустите, что ли?
Hey there, you mind stepping back? This charming little ship's been impounded, and I'm afraid I can't let you near it till it's not.
Какая скотина.
I'd surely love to, but that's just not my bailiwick. You'll want to have words with our representative here from the board, Mr. Udom Bedford. His office is on the promenade.
То есть...
Have yourself a pleasant day.
Замечательно, вы арестовали бы корабль. Ой, первый час. Меня уже клонит.
Rizzo's mock apple cider. A hard cider for a hard life.
Так, ну что ж, попробуем свой корабль отбить. Так. Я на минуточку отойду. Понимаешь, жесткий человек, который будет всех налево-направо убивать меня. Так что все решим мирным путем. Ну, минутку отойдем. Так, о чем бишь я? Идем улаживать дела с арестом нашего корабля. Не прикольно выглядит, конечно. Космос.
I'm just gonna hang in the back and try not to touch anything.
We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story.
Так.
Ah, yes. Wheeler messaged me you were coming. You must be the captain of the Unreliable, a vessel that used to be helmed by one Alex Hawthorne.
Раньше управлял.
And you are not he.
Скотина, не
Has
знает.
something happened to my favorite scruffy freelancer?
Тут еще все равно. Говно ж просячее. Корабль. Так, ладно, забудь про Алекса.
I impounded Alex's ship, not yours. Well, I guess it's yours now if you're captaining it. It's a game we play, he and I. I ask him to turn in Phineas Wells. He tells me he will soon. I impound his ship. He explains why he can't give me the info right now. I ask him to turn in Wells. Around and around we go.
Скотина, блин. Нет, пока не буду. Так, потрясающе.
Right. You're going important places, I'm sure. Big, exciting, important places. There, I've removed the flag from your ship. I'm terribly sorry for the inconvenience. However, before you go, Alex promised to tell me the location of Phineas Wells. I'm sure you've seen his wanted posters all over the colony. Did Alex tell you where Wells might be?
Не просто так, наверное.
Anything at all?
Капсулы, блин. А зачем?
You haven't read the posters? He's a terrorist, a thief, a madman. It's really in the colony's best interest that we stop him before he does further harm.
Нет, никогда не говорили.
That's... well, that's just terrible news. Oh, what am I going to do now? The board will have my head. Oh, I'm sorry. This is terribly unprofessional of me. Is there anything else I might help you with? It's personal business, I'm afraid. Miserably, terribly personal.
Могу что-нибудь помочь?
Information on the whereabouts of Phineas Wells would go a long way. It's... well, it's my white whale, I suppose.
Я не могу рассказать.
It's fine. Really, it's perfectly fine. I understand. Now, if you've nothing else, please see yourself out. I'd like to drown myself in work.
Парочка сюда. Парочка сюда. Парочка сюда. Одна сюда. Парочка сюда. И одно в лидерство. В смысле Уилли? Это про кого? Кто такие Уилли? Кодекс Лобом. Непонятно, что это такое. Какие еще Уилли? Уилли. Так, ладно. Наш корабль сняли. Блокировку теперь можем улететь на секунду.
Report any sightings to your local board embassy.
Тут еще какое-то задание. О, да, тут жарко.
Are those XF411s? And an old Yakita 37? You think they'd let me peek at the power plant?
Каши, дуй. Фига на себе работает человек. А, этот, Ули, это который заморозил меня. С капсулы достал. То ли ученый, то ли еще кто-то, короче, непонятно, кто он такой. Но он типа спас и хочет спасти остальных замерзших колонистов. А эта корпорация его считает типа каким-то террористом.
Junlei Tennyson. I'm captain around here, but chief to my friends. Hope you don't mind the formal introduction. Groundbreaker doesn't see many visitors.
Ладно, не будем это. Допустим.
No, it isn't. It's a mess. But it's my mess, so I'll take the compliment. Just so we understand each other, I'm the final word on the ship. The Mardits, the crew, the engineers,
как в
their
начале.
family. I hope there won't be any
Сейчас
problems
поставят, и
while
ты
you're
идешь
visiting.
выполнять все, что от тебя хотят.
Good. Don't go making trouble, and chances are you won't find any. That's how I like it here. So what brings you to Groundbreaker? I'm curious, even though 9 times out of 10 the answer's just passing through. Interesting. The powers that be paint an ugly picture of Monarch. Critters and such. Maybe someone in the promenade can get you the right weapon for the job. We see a lot of the same faces coming and going. Most of them board spies and corporate sprats. Makes it hard to trust outsiders. You seem different, so welcome aboard.
Так, ладно, давайте вначале порвать. Не хотел поболтать.
What? I didn't think you just...
Parvati, is it? That's a lovely name. What can I do for you?
I was just thinking, I haven't got much experience working with actual, real spaceships, Miss Junlei. Chief Junlei.
Junlei is fine.
Okay. Since you run a whole space station, I was wondering if, well, maybe you could teach me some things. I could message you later, maybe?
I'd be happy to make the time, Parvati. You can ask me anything.
Right. In person. Sure thing, Captain. Wow, great. I'll do that then. Messages. Later. Oh, your name's pretty too. I should have said sorry. I like it. Honest. Sorry. Couldn't have done it without your moral support, Captain.
Now, if there's nothing else, there are other parts of the ship begging for my attention.
Так.
Groundbreaker's radiators need replacement parts. They're dumping superheated air into my ship. Only the board has access to new parts, and I won't let them swindle me into a corner. None. Every time I give in to the board, Groundbreaker loses its freedom. Soon there won't be anything left. I can't allow that. The board isn't helping, and my resources are spread thin. If I don't get those radiators back online, Groundbreaker, everyone aboard, will be cooked alive. Reasonable, huh? That's the best news I've heard all day. According to my grandmother's old schematics, the parts we need should be in the back bays.
Детали для радиаторов. Затон, а где это вообще?
Sorry, I forgot not everyone knows this ship like I do. The back bays are on a lower deck, long abandoned and a haven for miscreants now. You must not have been here long. In Halcyon, new parts come by way of interstellar freighters from Earth, and the board monopolizes that kind of trade. That means I'd have to negotiate with the board. I've already given them the shops, the docking fees, and a damn embassy. Damn right. And while I'm captain of the Groundbreaker, it falls to me to preserve this ship's independence.
Ладно, затон так затон.
Good. Once you've obtained the parts, we can proceed to the next phase of repairs.
Так, я так понимаю, он остается здесь? Да. Типа отпуск. Или нет, все-таки за мной. Так, ну что ж, выполним задание этой старушки. Она, главное, чилила тут. Сложно понять, что ты имеешь в виду. Ну ладно. Да, она типа чинит все вокруг здесь. Инженер главный. Вот моя красавица. Сейчас полетим, сейчас полетим. Тут помассивнее корабль. Так.
Hey, you got a second?
Чего такое? Безбилетник, что ли?
Hey, we don't know each other yet, but I'm Felix Millstone. I was in the middle of a little discussion with the local authorities when you passed me by. I noticed your ship in port. Got to thinking you might be looking for some crew, so I wandered by. Just to take a closer look. Gotta hand it to you, boss. That's a fine-looking ship. Only thing it's missing is me.
Какой ты самоуверенный.
Yes, I absolutely am. Just give me a shot. That's all I'm asking. I could be the best damn crew you ever hired. Oh, okay. Well, can you give me a couple of pointers? Hey, that's good advice. I like the way you think, boss. Besides, not like there's a line of folks standing around hoping to get on your ship. I'm persistent, I'm eager, and I'm showing initiative. What else do you want on your crew?
Yeah. Мне нужны шестерки похвали мне, так что зависит от твоей жизни.
Sure, an interview. That sounds fair. I mean, first time for everything, right? Ask me anything you like.
Да. Подлиза еще тот бы.
Are you kidding? I love a good fight. One time, I took an autoloader's head clean off its servos with one swing of a tossball stick. You can count on me in a scrap, boss. That's a promise. It's delicious. Mock apple pie and a triple crush. Maybe with a little cream on top. Classic. Foreman told me my biggest problem was that I didn't take orders. I told him my problem is not with authority, it's with jackasses. So yeah, I guess my biggest flaw is that I don't suffer idiots. Hope that's not a deal breaker. I had this foreman, right? Guy never liked me, always trying to get a rise out of me. But I keep my chin up, right? Be the bigger man, I tell myself. He's a Spacer's chosen man, though. So when the Chosen beat my Rangers the other night, my foreman comes swaggering up with his head full of boasting.
Ну да. Были у меня тоже такие боссы.
That's when I broadsided him with a tossball stick. Yeah. Look, this was a long time coming. Guy thinks he can push me around because he's some sky-high foreman, and I'm just a back bay's dock worker. Well, former dock worker. Guess I just tendered my resignation.
Ну ладно.
Wow. You don't know how long I've been waiting to hear that. Thanks, boss. You're not going to regret this.
You got a crew now, Felix.
Вылетаем.
Where are we headed today, Captain? The stars are the limit.
Конечно. Так, а куда нам сказали лететь-то? Феликс. Икарий. С чем он? С какой-то клюшкой, блин. Обрез. Гранатомет. Ну, патроны у вас все равно бесконечные, так что фиксель с вами тут делаешь. Так, у меня брони, правда, для вас тут. Так, непонятно. Мне говорят, что надо что-то делать. Но что делать тут не... А, вот, наверное, что делать. Голографический плащ. Голографический плащ для вас напрямую завес, который позволяет попасть в закрытые зоны, если у вас есть кадр с соответствующим удостоверением. Бам. Голографический плащ. Как им только пользоваться? Не, пока мы еще никуда не летим. Теперь будем бегать с двумя нахлебниками. Пошли решать местные вопросы.
Hey, that pad down there, with the lights off, there are people unloading a ship.
Probably another sublight.
Captain, could I have a moment of your time? Captain, if I could trouble you for a moment of your time, while we're on the groundbreaker, I may have an idea for how we could find a translator.
Нифига нам.
I've been thinking on that. There's a former infamous philosopher scholar who fled Terra 2 some years ago. He's an expert on Bakonu. He's also who told me of the journal's presence in Emerald Vale. If anyone in this colony could translate that book, it would be him.
Ну ладно, как мы
That's a good question.
Fortunately,
we're in the perfect place to start. This is where I'd go if I wanted to get off Terra 2. Great place to pick up a ride to Hephaestus, Scylla, even Monarch.
квест.
All I need is access to a data cartridge from the security terminal. Their easily hackable system keeps a registry of all crew manifests for both arrivals and departures. I'll comb the last 6 months of departure manifests to track the Philosophist's off-world destination.
Ну ладно.
Thank you, Captain.
Rizzo's purple berry fudge. Salt, sour, and strong aromatic sweet purple berry flavored scent. Have you seen this man? Reward offered for information leading to the capture of noted terrorist Phineas Wells. Report any sightings to your local board embassy.
Hey, McRed, were you expecting any company?
A neighbor from above approaches our realm. Back away now, or you'll...
Так, дневник.
We'll parley with the king.
Got it. Heads down.
Not another step in that direction, friend. Look at this ripe piece of meat just sizzling on the grill. Yum, yum. Time to feed the
Да,
flame.
музыка не играла.
Nothing personal.
Видимо, как-то наверх поднимаешься.
Is this what carbon monoxide poisoning looks like? I don't think this deck is too well ventilated.
Speaking for myself, Captain, I am not of a mind to be murdered by a psychopath who plays with fire.
You came with the crew. Welcome. We got plenty of space to spread out, but only room for one captain.
Блин. Да, пока не накачал это. Ну ладно.
You stumbled into my court without an invitation, neighbor from above. If you don't have any business, then it's time to light up the grill. No one turns their back on me while I'm holding court. Get 'em, boys!
А.
A fight.
Down they go.
Свободен. Все. Так, я не знаю. Прикольный пистолет, поэтому им пользуюсь. Вот ты посмотри, а. Уникалочку нашел. Так, что, где мои-то? О, различились. Никто не хотел умирать.
Even the proverbial unwashed masses would turn their noses up at this place.
Так, что у нас тут такое? Тип плазменный. Такая же хрень. Только чем-то отличается. Какой обшарпанный автоматон. Эй, бандит-налетчик.
Here we go.
Ты. Автоматон какой-то маленький.
That's the last of
Здоровый. И... Ладно, навели шороху. Да-да, подскользнулись. Это что такое? Пити. Что за пити? Блин. Интересно, вот это что такое? Никто не видел? Странно, вражина сидит, ему пофиг как бы.
What do you think you're doing?
Что хоть ты позволяю.
Here they come.
Generous argument.
Все, свалило. Так. Ух ты.
Incoming.
Кто? Чего, кто? Чего пугаете-то, блин? Никто инкоминг. Подумаешь, стырил пару вещей. Ничего страшного не произошло. Так, блин, все, украсть. Уже бандиты сидят. Да, взял уже. Так.
We'll call that one a mercy kill.
Странный корабль. Странными пароходниками, да, достался. Так, ну за этим пришли.
Fantastic, we've got them. Now we can move on to cleaner pastures.
Так, прикольная штука. Можно поспать. Там что-то синенькое.
Here we go.
Nice hit!
That's the last of them.
Все зачистили. Что это? Не собирается. Так, ну вроде все детали собрания, надо подниматься наверх. Штурмовой винтовка. Ну, инопланетные грибочки, блин. Титус андродикус.
I thought there'd be more machinery. Must be housed on a sub-level.
You've returned, and in one piece. Color me impressed.
Удивлена, блин.
Good work. I'll take those. I need you to head through the large door at the far end of engineering. Take the elevator down into the machinery shaft. There's a terminal in the back. Activate it when I call over the ship's PA. And bring weapons. There's a slight mantipillar infestation.
Жукусницы. Жукусницы водятся.
Don't worry, Miss Junlei. We'll be super gentle with the ship. You don't got a thing to worry about. I mean, aside from fires and such.
I'm genuinely heartened to hear that. Thank you.
Скачаюсь. Поддержки упражнений плюс 7 порвать. Способности. Так, скорость ходьбы, скорость бега, дополнительный запас торговцев, дополнительный торговцев. Скорость перезарядки тактического времени. Окей.
The controls are in the back of the machinery stack area. Keep clear of the radiator. You don't need to kill the mess killers, but I'd be mighty grateful if you did.
Что это?
Look up and think about dying.
Жукович. Ни хрена себе. Червячочки, которые дают кислоту. Зашибись. Где? Где? А, наверху, что ли? Ага. Фу, какая. Фу, какая дрянь. Плазменная железа жука.
We can handle this.
Плазменная железа жука. Ну, блин, уворачиваться жучок.
Everyone all right?
Good news? Song tells me the security mechanicals booted up and killed a bunch of mantis.
Ну, такое, да.
Diagnostic says their circuit boards are
Фу,
fused,
какая
so they're not too picky about who they kill next. Sneak fast if you can. Shoot back if you need to. I can always fix them later.
Так, 45 минут. Чужаки, что ли?
Processing.
Everyone all right?
В ритме танца убежал от него. Скрылся. Че, еще автоматом, что ли? Да.
Unexpected.
Стоп, 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 стоп. У меня есть опыт уже слабенький для этого дела. Никак не слабо. Вот это хрень жарит. Вставай, доходяга. Так, что-то я потерялся. Куда вообще идти? Ой, внизу.
Incoming!
Черт. Не все так просто. Как туда не пробраться-то? Ого, лестница.
That's the terminal.
Жукусеница.
Parts in position on my side. Go ahead and cycle the droplet pumps. And if you don't know what that means, just look for a command that says cycle droplet.
Жукусеница. Смотри, как я сейчас это делаю, что происходит? Просто замечательно. Включить аэрозольных насосов.
Done. The temperatures are dropping. Stop by once you found your way out of there. Groundbreaker owes you things.
Клевое оружие, мне нравится. Всех напрочь растворяет. Монтек называется. Вот его-то можно было бы немножко улучшить. Тут еще какой-то крупнокалиберный пулемет Хаммер Смит. Дадим его. Поэтому дадим шотган. Так, ну что ж. Ну, видишь, я говорю, когда поднимаешься на лифте, музыка играет. Все. Мы починили ваш.
My boards are returning to green. What a weight that is off my shoulders. I don't normally tolerate outsiders mucking about in my station's guts, but you're all right. The temperature should be dropping as we speak. I'll see to it the crew knows who kept us all from boiling alive.
Да.
If you've got time, I believe Edna has a comms issue that could use
Да,
your
назад
attention.
музыка не играет.
I've also authorized
Когда
Doc
спускаешься,
and
не
Crew
играет,
to sell you
наверх
our
поднимаешься,
premium
играет.
meds.
Картридж с бинтами, 3000 очки сварщик. Нахрена мне? Репутация улучшена.
Frustrating. Everything down to the circuit boards is past warranty, so I have the pleasure of making life or death decisions on a shoestring budget. Plus, there's no time to train my successor or document fixes in a way that anyone outside the family would understand.
Корабль, семейное дело.
Oh, gosh. I don't know. I'm really just a dab hand with a wrench. Nothing special. Not like a chief engineer.
Don't sell yourself short. It doesn't take a seasoned pro to tinker on Groundbreaker. Just someone who knows how a ship ought to feel. We're always thirsting for help. If you could find your way around this labyrinth of ducts and panels, we could work something out. You've got my attention.
Ну что ж, пошли. Только куда теперь мы выдвигаемся-то? Сигнал бедствия.
CNP near maple syrup. It's near this complete breakfast. You want a punch? We've got your punch.
This is it. Security. I can check the departures registry to find out which crew the scholar shipped in and out with.
Hey, be careful with those crates, huh? My cargo's worth a lot of money.
Так. Посмотрим запись бедствия. Дистресс.
Why was I built to feel ennui? Welcome back, Captain. How can I be of assistance? Yes, Captain. Beginning playback now.
There's viscera and death everywhere. Gunfire, gnashing teeth. The unemployed. For law's sake, if anyone's receiving this, please send help. What? No!
Captain, we are now capable of accessing the Roseway landing pad. Also, corporate protocol requires that all distress signals include a list of key personnel for retrieval. The embedded names are Anton Crane, Vaughn Cortez, and Orson Shaw.
Развлеки меня.
What part of the colony would you like to discuss? How can I be of assistance? See you soon, Captain.
Так, стоп, мне на Террона лететь? Ссылка открыта. Роузвей. Сделали бы как-нибудь поприличнее-то, блин, чтобы корабль летел. Что такое? Так, Викарий, сиди дома.
No guards, huh? I like this place already.
Ну, посмотрим, что тут к чему. Догадайся, все те же мародеры. А, нет. Элитная пехотная броня. А я возьму ее. Потому что у меня так броня 13 всего. О, кстати. Бонус к навыку. Техника плюс 15. Проницательность минус 5. Зараза. Вау, вау, смотри на красавчика. Какой стал. Шлем 9. Барин. Так. Феликс. Тебе надо приодеть. О. И твою рожу не видеть нахрен. Да, супер локация. Супер большая локация. Что это такое?
Clear the roadway. Obstruction of commerce is punishable by a fine of no less than 10,000 bits.
Это что за тварь такая? Раптидон учитель? Да. Что-то новенькое.
What I like about you, boss, you're content with the beaten path.
Подлиза.
Take that ship in a race?
Место крушения буксира. Что тут за твари? Ой, опять эти дикие.
Yeah, now that was fun.
Всего лишь дикие псиги. Биотик слав. Что-то одни собаки какие-то гуляют. Оу.
They left their own outside to die? Was it that bad?
Что тут месиво какое-то произошло? Ну что ж, пошли в город. Хотя время уже час, блин. Я думаю, пора уже спать. А что произошло в городе, узнаем завтра. Завтра в 3 часа еще устроим Far Cry, дальше продолжим играть. Может, побольше. Ну, сегодня все. Я думаю, все, пора спать. Завтра рано вставать. Так что спасибо, кто смотрел. Ставьте пальчик вверх, если понравилось. Если нет, ну, что ж. Подписывайтесь на канал, если вы этого еще не сделали. А продолжим завтра. Все, всем пока. Пока, Артем. Пока.